Yeah, fuck that shit. So my name is Khuthaza. I was actually born in South Africa. I was raised in New York City, and now I live here. So clearly, I have become very comfortable with being colonized. But at the same time, I'd like to get some props, because I did last longer than that bitch Meghan Markle. And she lived in a fucking castle and didn't have to pay council tax, so that's all I've got to say on that matter. So anyway, as you can tell, I'm an everywhere baby. And as you know, when people emigrate, we come here, I had to adopt. Hiya, you're right. I had to adapt, can't look you in the eye. But also, you can bring the girl out of South Africa and New York, but you can never take the South Africa and the New York out of the girl. So my parents got to New York in the 80s. Apartheid, those of you who don't know, you don't have to Google it. I wouldn't be allowed on the stage. And so there are a lot of people when you're in exile, because, you know, we're not flying to Rwanda anytime soon, but anyway, you can't go back to your home country for the big milestones in your life. So when you graduate, you get your master's degree, you can't go back to South Africa and celebrate with your family. You have your first child in the States, you're glad about the passport, but you still can't let them go see grandma. Now, at the end of the day, I gotta tell you, first and foremost, you've got to understand this shit is a true story. So now you know black people. So every time I say uncle or auntie, we understand that there's no relation. That's why everybody thought my whole fucking family emigrated to the States with us. But so anyhow, so my uncle, Sivo, he ends up getting his master's degree. Woohoo! Lives in Manhattan, got a big South African community, lives in Manhattan, lives in a high-rise building, and as you know, in New York City, if you've seen the movies or television or been there, we have either doorman building or non-doorman building. Now, he lives in a non-doorman building, and that's really important here. So Uncle Sipo is like, listen, I can't go back to KwaZulu-Natal, and I need to get me a goat, because we slaughter goats or sheep in South Africa to also celebrate that, because remember, black people don't do RSVPs. So anyhow, now somewhere, somehow, because South Africans always make a plan, they found a farmer in New Jersey, swear to God, who sold live sheep and live goats for such occasions. I think the motherfucker has a mansion at this point, because we got so many. And Uncle Sipo goes to New Jersey and he buys his live goat. And he's got to bring the goat home because we've got to slaughter the goat. He has to be the one who slaughters the goat. Now, if I have a political vegetarian or vegan in this audience, I really don't give a fuck. So, anyhow, he's off. He gets the goat. In the meantime, Aunt Esther has to prepare for the goat and everything that's gonna happen in a New York City apartment. So what she's done is she's taken a whole bunch of black rubbish liners and she has taped them to all the walls in the flat, because it's about to get messy up in here, right? And also, she ain't fucking around. When you coming on exile, you don't got that goddamn money. You need that rent deposit back when you move. So anyhow, he comes, boom, goat on a tether, goes in the front lobby, and the goat is like, I'm just going where I'm being pulled. Presses the elevator button, and of course, it's New York City, another neighbor comes along, and he's just standing there, black man, goat, him. And everybody's standing there, and just like in the UK, you never look anybody in the eye. In New York, you don't say shit. They get back, they get in the lift together. Everybody goes up to their respective floors. Uncle Sipo's doing his thing, like, come on, boo-boo. Everybody gets in, comes in the flat. They do their thing. So slice the neck, make sure it bleeds out, can't make a noise, because the ancestors won't be happy. And then you gotta come down the middle, because you gotta clean out the intestines. And while all of this is happening, That guy in the elevator obviously went to go tell the building manager. Yo, there's a dude with a goat in the elevator. Describes him, everything is cool, right? So now, the building manager, who is, by the way, he's been very well trained for the following. Changing the light bulb, clicking on that red light when we're going over 5 minutes. But he's never been fucking trained on what the fuck to do with a goat. And he walks in, he goes up to the floor, he rings the doorbell. Uncle Sipo answers the door. Sir, you're not allowed to have livestock in here. What do you mean? Me? I don't have livestock here, sir. No, you were seen in the elevator with livestock. Hey, I told you, there's no livestock here. If you want, come in, come check. Super's like, gotta check. Now imagine this poor man walking into a fucking apartment with black bin liners lining up, blood all over, and Aunt Esther just looking up from in the middle of the gut of a goat talking about, you early. And Uncle Sipo is like, you see, I told you, there is no livestock here. And the building manager was so fucking scared that he did not take the chance to even turn around and walk away. This motherfucker was like, all right, son, all right. And for the rest of the years that they lived in that building, ain't nobody ever talked to them ever fucking again. So anyway, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And I wish you guys all an amazing afternoon. And Allison, you're fucking amazing. Thank you so much, everybody. Allison's behind the white curtain. She's been incredible. And everybody and Tom for training us and all the courage we had to get up here.